In this video, we'll show you how to install an aftermarket PMX HD14 on a 2018 Road Glide. The Rockford Fosgate PMX source unit is ready to go right out of the box, eliminating any requirement to flash it. This will allow you to experience the full potential of your audio system the way it was meant to be. Now, on our motorcycle, we already have a Rockford Fosgate stage kit installed, but the process we're going to show you will be the same no matter what system is installed. Now, we'll get started by removing the seat using a number 2 screwdriver. Then we'll use a 1/2-inch socket to remove the ECU cradle out of the way to access the battery. Once that's done, you can use a 10mm socket or Phillips screwdriver to disconnect the battery terminals. Now we're ready to remove the fairing. First, we'll move to the inside of the fairing and use a T25 Torx to remove the 2 bolts on each side, holding the lower air deflectors in place. Then we'll use a 3/16 Allen driver to remove the bolt from each marker light. Now we'll install the service cover on the front fender. We'll use a Phillips screwdriver to remove the front windshield and detach the air vent diverter. Once that's done, disconnect the marker light harness. Then we'll use a plastic pry tool to pop up the grills and remove the 2 remaining bolts. Now, it's best to have 2 people for this step, one to hold the fairing in position and the other to remove the screws. Pull down on the fairing and remove it from the motorcycle. Now we're ready to remove the factory radio. To get started, we'll disconnect the wiring from the back. Now, we suggest taking a photo with your mobile device so you remember where each connector attaches. Once you remove all harnesses and connectors, use a 3/16 Allen driver to remove 4 bolts securing the radio in place. Remove the radio, being careful not to scratch the front bezel. Finally, use the T25 Torx to loosen the 2 upper fairing screws. This will make it easier to install the new radio. Okay, now let's cover what's included in the PMX source unit. We've included 2 faceplate bezels, one for each fairing type. Now, this one is for a shark nose fairing and this one is for a batwing fairing. We also included hardware to secure the radio and hardware to secure the trim bezel in place. We've also included a subwoofer harness that plugs into the sub-out DSR, which is the input for the sub-amplifier. All right, now we're ready to install our PMX source unit. With the Rockford Fosgate logo oriented at the bottom, snap the bezel in place and secure it using the provided screws and screwdriver. Now we'll migrate the top air diverter bracket from the old radio to the new one using a T25 Torx driver. Next, we suggest using a microfiber cloth and clean the fairing to remove any dust. Carefully insert the radio, making sure not to scratch the faceplate or the bezel. Now, slide the isolator over the screw and loosely insert each one using a 3/16 Allen driver. Once all the screws are positioned, secure the radio in place by tightening all of them. All right, guys, now we're ready to remove the factory USB port and install the new one. Cut any zip ties, detach the cable, and pull the USB harness through the fairing pocket. Now take the new USB and insert it through the fairing pocket and secure the grommet in place. Now we're ready to make our wiring connections. Reattach the main harness to the radio, then snap the antenna in place. Now connect the subwoofer adapter to the RCA's labeled subwoofer line out. On our Road Glide, we have a stage 5 with subwoofers. Connect the adapter to the subwoofer input harness labeled sub out DSR. This will allow you to control the subwoofer level directly from your PMX source unit. Now that we have that covered, we'll continue to clean up our wiring. Now we'll make our battery connections. Be sure the gas tank harnesses are connected before proceeding to prevent any error codes. Now we're ready to test and tune the system. We offer a tuning guide that's available in the product details page of our website and found in the description of this video below. Follow the tuning guide to select the proper audio kit preset for your system. Follow any testing procedures and make any adjustments as necessary. All right guys, now that everything is working properly, let's finish reassembling our motorcycle and get this back out on the road. As you can see, that install is pretty straightforward, right? But if you prefer a professional do the install for you, we have a network of authorized Rockford Fosgate dealers that can be found on our website. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact our technical support. They can be reached Monday through Friday at 1-800-669-9899 or through live chat at the bottom of our website at rockfordfosgate.com. I'm Eric, and we'll see you again soon.